said he was qualified, so he whipped his ass, while he was in there. Now, the other stuff that happened, it went down the way it did, man.
I would like to wish you all the Brits go fuck yourself.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Grey Talks Wrestling. Hope you're all doing well, and what a weekend that was. The story has ended and a new one begins tonight, Monday Night Raw. But we've got to talk about WrestleMania 40 and what a show that was from start to finish. Your boy here, I enjoyed it. Saturday night, Sunday night, doing those live watch-alongs. Thank you to everyone that clicked in and commented, joined in. Those of you that subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't done so far, you know what to do. What an ending. What a way to end WrestleMania 40. We knew, most of us knew what was going to happen, but it was the way it was executed. It was perfection. That is how you end a story, by great storytelling. Bringing in all sorts of outsiders, bringing in all sorts of aspects from the years gone by that have been involved with this storyline in some way or some form. Great way to finish. But what a great WrestleMania it was. And it started off with a very, very, very good match. Night one, Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch. That was for fire. That was a great start. I've got to say, this must be the first time women have kicked off a WrestleMania, and what a way they kicked it off. Far exceeded my expectations of the match it could have been. It was a classic. Two of the best women in the industry at the moment, putting on a great show, telling a great story, great finish, right person won. Rhea Ripley goes on, just a dominant champion, man. She's been phenomenal. It is clear from this weekend as well, I'll say it now and I'll probably say it a couple of times during this review, that how stacked and how good the women's roster in WWE is right now. Just smashes every other company around out of the water. They are so good. So good. The depth in there as well is unbelievable. So much more to come from the women in the WWE. I can't wait to see where they go with this. Who's next for Rhea Ripley after she had a decent match? It was a very good match. I loved the finish. The two riptides, the one on the turnbuckle and then the one to finish Becky off. But Becky put on a good show. Where does Becky Lynch go from here? That's the only question now. What do they do with Becky Lynch? I know Rhea Ripley's got an open challenge tonight, and anything can happen there, can't it? You never know what's going to happen. Could Mummy lose her title on Monday Night Raw? We'll have to wait and see. But I've got to say, they killed it. Absolutely smashed it. A great opener to a great weekend. A great way to kick off this show. Next up, we've got the ladder match. And I've got to say, I was skeptical. I'm always skeptical going in with ladder matches. I'm not a big fan of these multi-man ladder matches. But it worked. The story was told. The right ending happened. R-Truth got his WrestleMania moment. They split the titles now, which some are thinking that's a good thing. It could be we get to feature more tag teams now on both shows, starting to split the brands again. I'm not against that. I'm not against seeing more tag teams getting their moment, getting them some shine. Let's see where it goes. I'm not against Theory and Waller being the SmackDown champions. I don't know how long they'll hold those titles for, because I can see some other tag teams forming and shaping up and looking ready to take those titles off them. Should be very interesting. As for the Awesome Truth, he gets his moment at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to be holding on to those titles very long. They'll have a few matches, I assume, and then I can see another team stepping up and stepping in and taking those titles off them. Not in the much too distant future. But it was a fun match, enjoyable. Nothing went wrong apart from the ladder, one of the ladder spots where the ladder nearly collapsed. Apart from that, I enjoyed it. There were some cool spots in the match. JD McDonough going through the tables. That was pretty sick. A few other moments where people just dived off ladders. Grayson Waller getting powerbombed through the ladder was pretty cool. There are some cool spots like you're going to get in any ladder match, and it was enjoyable. The tag team match with Mysterio and Andrade versus Dominic and Santos Escobar was probably one of my least favorite matches. I wasn't really interested in because we've seen this feud before, and it just didn't have the same heat anymore between Dominic and Ray. And the finish was confusing because I have no idea who these guys were that came out and just screwed Dom over. Dom got screwed at WrestleMania by some unknown American football players. I have no idea who they were. I'm sure everyone in the stadium knew who these Philadelphia football players were. I ain't got a clue, so it meant nothing to me. But everyone got a bit of shine. It was okay. Probably not the best match of the night. I'm kind of disappointed by Yeet versus No Yeet. I might have been expecting too much from the match. A lot of super kicks. And I suppose it was pretty obvious who was going over. I thought it could have been better, to be honest with you. Kind of disappointed in that one. I really enjoyed the women's six woman tag match. That was really, really good. Jade Cargill shined. And I'm going to say this once. I'll probably say it 1,000 times as well. Tony, you dropped the ball. Dropped the fucking ball on this girl. She's amazing. Jade Cargill got the shine. This match didn't have to last that long. It didn't need to. They did what they needed. They got in. They looked good going down to. They looked fabulous. All three of them. Naomi, Bianca, Jade Cargill. This roster is fucking stacked. And Dakota Kai. Couldn't take my eyes off of her. Amazing. All women in that match. Asuka, Kairi Sane. That elbow she did to the outside to Naomi. Oh my days. But Cargill came in, looked like a beast. Right person to get the win. I can't wait to see where they go with these three girls. We got some talent. Some talent in the women's division. Not just people just riding coattails anymore. Some real talent right there. This era is going to be fantastic. Next up, the true underdog story. Sami Zayn versus Gunther. And it is time. We needed to find someone. While I'm not overly infused that it is Sami Zayn, we needed Gunther to move up to the next level. It needs to happen. He is world champion. It is written all over him. He is world championship material. And we can all see it. And it's going to happen anytime soon. Whether it's Cody Rhodes, whether it's taking the World Heavyweight Championship off of Damian Priest. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But anyway, we've got to talk about the Intercontinental Championship changing hands. A lot of titles changed hands this weekend. And this one was fabulous. While Sami Zayn, he didn't have the backing he had last year, the heat he had last year going into WrestleMania and how over he was this year. I loved the story they told. They needed to take the championship off of Gunther. They really did. Because he was becoming bigger than that championship. He is ready to step up to the next level. And maybe Sami Zayn will just be a transitional champion, a paper champion, if you will. But a great moment here. Great way to finish the match. And people complaining about people doing suplexes and landing them on turnbuckles. It was pretty cool. What he did to Gunther to finish the match. A brain buster onto the top turnbuckle and then a haluva kick. And he falls onto Gunther. 1, 2, 3. He did it all by himself. Clean victory. I'm happy Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion. It's all about stories around here. We know that Chad Gable will want a shot for that title. And we're going to get some great matches right there. Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn will be very, very, very good. The story is already being created. It's already in the works. And what for Gunther next? Like I said, he is world championship material. One of the best professional wrestlers in the world today. I can't wait to see him. It's got to be against Cody, hasn't it, really? It has to be. Phenomenal run from Gunther, one of the best, if not the best, Intercontinental champion of all time. What a run he has had. Phenomenal. And then we get to the main event of night one. This match exceeded my expectations, especially the fact that how long it went. 45 minutes. The match itself. And then you add in the entrances. That was like an hour-long match. Phenomenal entrances. Phenomenal story told. Set up perfectly for night two. Reigns, Roman, Seth, Cody were all on fire. Absolutely fantastic storytelling and professional wrestling. This is how it's done. The Rock was phenomenal. How long has he been out for? He had a 4-minute match a couple of years ago against Eric Rowan, but before that, we ain't seen much of him. He was brilliant yet again. He has made professional. He come back and he's just been phenomenal. Everything he's touched has been fantastic. You can't deny it. Roman Reigns has made professional wrestling cool again. You can't deny that fact. The story that Cody Rhodes has been one of the best stories we've had in professional wrestling in some time. Along with the story of Roman Reigns. The way these two have intertwined has been phenomenal. Adding The Rock in there, adding Seth Rollins in there. Absolutely fantastic. And this match delivered. Even the stuff with Mama Rose was phenomenal. The way the match ended, brilliant. The whip of the belt. The spear from Roman. Then The Rock coming in, hitting the rock bottom, hitting the people's elbow, cutting the throat, acknowledging his tribal chief, saying, "This is for you, Mama Rhodes." Wow. And then you see Cody down and out, Seth Rollins down and out. How are they going to get back? How can they climb the mountain of tomorrow night, of the next night, Sunday night? What could happen? Can Cody do it? Phenomenal storytelling to end night one. And then we head into night two. And if you thought night one was great, night two smashed night one out of the park. It honestly did. I thought night one was phenomenal. And I thought there's no way, no chance in hell that night two could be this damn good. But it was. It delivered and it over-delivered. Especially the first match out the gate. He'd only just finished and closed night one and lost. But Seth Rollins was back out in the first match out the gate for night two against our savior, DM Hunk. Drew McIntyre would finally get his WrestleMania moment in front of a sold-out crowd in Philadelphia. And he got his moment, even with CM Punk on commentary. Drew McIntyre, after far too many, in my opinion, far too many claymores, bastardizing that move. How many times has Seth Rollins had to kick out? That match should have been a lot shorter than it was, in my opinion. But you needed Drew McIntyre taking a bit of a hide-in for what was going to follow. I loved what they did. The match was okay. I have no complaints, apart from maybe, one too many claymores. It's what followed after this that had me out of my seat. He's celebrating, of course. And he sees CM Punk at commentary. And he goes over and he's gloating. And he's in CM Punk's face. And Punk snaps. Punk's had enough. Drew McIntyre standing on the commentary table. And he wipes Drew's legs out from underneath him. He takes off the arm brace and batters him with it. And you think, oh my God, this is fantastic. CM Punk is beating the shit out of Drew McIntyre. I thought he's probably going to get the better of him for a while. And then Drew will turn around and then beat the shit out of CM Punk and leave him laying. But oh no, the music hits. And I've completely forgotten about what happened the night before. Judgment Day had lost their tag team titles, but they hadn't lost the Money in the Bank. I mentioned it whilst on the watch along that Damien Priest, you never know, it could happen. Damien Priest could be cashing in. And it only went and happened, didn't it? He only went and cashed it in. What a moment. Great storytelling to build up to this moment. Damien Priest now is your new world champion. What a way to kick off night one. Absolutely chaos. Absolute chaos from the moment it started. What a way to start a show. What a way to start night two. And then we move into the Philadelphia street fight. And this was far better than I ever thought it was going to be. Especially the addition of Bubba Ray Dudley as a special guest referee. Phenomenal. And Snoop Dogg on commentary. Let's have this, right? Snoop Dogg was better than CM Punk on commentary. He smashed it out the park. He was fantastic. This was phenomenal. Far better than I ever thought it would be. My only concern was Final Testament lost. You're trying to build up this heel faction and they're getting beaten. But I don't mind, man. But Bubba Ray was brilliant. The moments they did with him, get the table, where's that? And then putting them through the table at the end. Yeah, the table collapsed, but hey, these things happen. Great moment. I enjoyed LA Knight, AJ Styles. I thought the build to this was brilliant. And I thought the match really delivered. Right person got the win. LA Knight gets his big WrestleMania moment. Guy's a superstar. And he needs that momentum going forward for where he's going next. I assume and I hope that it will be some sort of feud with Logan Paul for the United States Championship down the road. That's where we want to see LA Knight go next, surely, isn't it? Challenging for one of the mid-card titles and then moving up eventually into the World Championship picture. Bayley wins her first singles championship at WrestleMania. Phenomenal. I mean, she's been champion before. This was the first time she'd won it at WrestleMania. Big moment for her. Deserved. Hall of Famer already before this. She's been phenomenal. Good match as well. Really enjoyed it. Good finish. Right person won. No complaints. Another great women's match to add to the three we've already had. And I'll say it again. Best women's division in the world. They are smashing it out the fucking park. And I can't wait to where this goes next for the women. Absolutely brilliant. And I forgot about Logan Paul winning the United States Championship. Of course I did. Yeah. Logan Paul, phenomenal. Has been and deserves this WrestleMania moment. Deserves a WrestleMania win. Speed being at WrestleMania. I thought it was going to be KSI again. It turns out it was one of his other friends from YouTube. It's Speed this time. He did a good job and he took a hiding from Randy Orton. Fucking hell. Someone called that boy's mama. She had to come and pick him up. I swear down because, yeah, he took a hiding at the end there. But yeah, I enjoyed that match. I thought it was pretty damn good. I'm not a big fan of triple threat matches, but this one delivered. And Logan Paul is still the champion. No complaints there because Logan Paul has been absolutely phenomenal. A standout performer in the last few years. Logan Paul, brilliant. Love everything he's done. And long may it continue. Main event, Bloodline Rules. This is the match we've all been waiting for. This is the match everyone wanted to see. This is the match that has sold WrestleMania for everyone. Finally, this is 2 years in the making. This whole story. Last year, people were saying it was Infinity War. This one is the end game. Here we are. The moment had arrived. Fucking amazing. What a fucking way to end a story. I got my little complaints here and there, but they really don't matter. Because overall, absolutely brilliant. We had a long time where it was just Cody and just Roman, and it was phenomenal. I thought they'd get a bit more extreme at times, maybe. but they didn't need to. I was expecting more interference, but we really didn't need it. The moments when the interference came, it was perfection. This is professional wrestling done perfectly. You had Roman on top, you had Cody on top. It went back and forth, and then the moments came. Here came Jimmy Uso first to stop Cody. And of course, what music he hit? It's just me, Uso. Day one, it's just me, Uso. Yeah, here comes Jey Uso down to the ring. This was better than their actual match. This moment here, far better. This was brilliant. They brawled to the outside and they went off the fucking not balcony, off the rampway, crashed through some tables. Phenomenal. That's them out of the match. Great way to take them both out. Phenomenal. Cody's back on top again. He's about to hit the crossroads. And we go back to last year with Solo Sikoa. Samoan Spike stopping Cody. Oh no, not again. No way, this can't happen again. And we have a bit of a longer moment here with Solo in the ring and he's battering him and you're thinking, who's going to come out and save him now? I was assuming it was going to be Seth at this point. Nah. This was perfect. Who had Solo taken out months earlier? Who had he got rid of? Only the one and only. That's right. John fucking Cena. I'd forgotten about John Cena. Here comes Cena. I popped, man. I can't lie. I marked out. Here comes John Cena to the ring. And it made complete sense. Storytelling. Fantastic. Cena had been taken out months earlier by Solo Sikoa. Here he comes back to get his revenge on Solo, takes him out, AA's Roman as well for good measure and leaves him laying in the ring. And then the music hits and you saw Cena's face as soon as the music hit. You know exactly who it was. And it just takes you back even further. Fucking great storytelling. Because these two of the biggest names from professional wrestling and Hollywood now are face to fucking face. The years gone by of their WrestleMania main events as well, back to back. Here we are, John Cena, the guy that had carried the company on his back for many, many years. And here comes the final boss, The Rock. And they have a face-to-face in the ring. It kind of reminds me of Rock and Hogan back in the day where they're standing there, they're looking at the fans. They're all going fucking ape shit. Cena gives him "you can't see me," goes for the punch. Rock hits the rock bottom on Cena. And at this point, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of wrestling fans were expecting one thing and one thing only. Where was that broken glass? We thought Rock was going to get his ass kicked. We thought he was going to get stunned, but obviously not. He wants to be back at the ranch with his cats and his chickens, drinking his Stone Cold IPA. Not for me, brother. Not this year. But I got to say, the right person, maybe. There was only one other choice, maybe, that could have been used at this point, but he obviously didn't want to get involved or felt that maybe he wasn't well enough to get involved. Triple H, maybe. Triple H could have been the other option instead of Austin. Like Rock going, I'm the boss, I own this company. Boom, out comes Triple H. He doesn't have to hit a pedigree. Sledgehammer would have done. You know, he could have hit it under the ring, come to the ring. Rock is like, what are you going to do? He goes under the ring, comes out with a sledgehammer, comes in. But anyway, what they did do was phenomenal as well, because who was Undertaker's last opponent at WrestleMania? It makes sense because there's storytelling there as well. The story's there. It was Roman Reigns. Makes fucking sense, doesn't it? Here, the bong, the crowd go fucking mental. The lights go out, the lights come on. It's The Undertaker. He chokeslams him. Lights go out, lights come on. I forgot about Seth Rollins coming down though before that bit with the Shield music. And got to say, a lot of people thought, you never know, Dean Ambrose might show up, but no, it's just Seth Rollins. He gets taken up because it's forgettable, really, his moment in the whole thing, really, isn't it? Really was. Because Roman just blasts him and he's gone. But then he's back in the ring again at the end there. And we've got more storytelling. Because Seth Rollins in full Shield outfit, got the whole 9 yards, got everything on. He's looking like his former Shield member self. And Roman has a chair in his hands. Cody's one side, Seth's the other. And we go back to all those years ago again. It comes full circle again. More great storytelling again. Because finally, Roman gets his revenge on Seth Rollins for all those years ago when Seth hit him in the back, when he turned on his Shield brethren and left them high and dry. Finally, Roman got his revenge, then hit him in the back with a chair. But that cost Roman the match. From all those years ago. That's what cost Roman the match. Fantastic. He couldn't get over the fact they'd probably been bugging it for years and years. They never really got back at Seth for that moment. And he finally got some revenge with that steel chair to the back. He wanted that more than the world title itself. Storytelling perfection. Perfection. This is how it's done. Cody gets the win. His story's ended. Roman's is over. Wow. Wow. There were tears from every professional wrestling fan. We've got to acknowledge our tribal chief. What a run. He made professional wrestling cool again. Get it right. If it weren't for him, the Usos, the Bloodline, and all of that, we wouldn't be where we are today. And if it wasn't for Cody, let's have it this right as well. If it wasn't for Cody Rhodes going away from the WWE, joining up with the Bucks and Omega and creating AEW, there is no chance in hell that Cody Rhodes comes back to the level he is at and then moves up. There's no chance of that. So let's get this right. This doesn't happen without AEW. They've got to take a pat on the back. They've got to forget about what's going on with all that CM Punk nonsense and focus on themselves. But they did play a massive part in what's happened with Cody Rhodes. No doubt about it. And Cody, what a way to finish his story. The in-ring part at the end was what it was. You can like it. You don't have to like it. It was what it was. Celebrations. And now we move on. Where does this go from here? What's next? Because there ain't no off-season in the WWE. Monday Night Raw. Tonight. The story starts again. Let's see where this goes. I can't wait. Let me know what you thought about WrestleMania down below. For me, it delivered on all aspects. As a professional wrestling fan, and that's what we all are. Some of us might think we're more than others, but they're just fans at the end of the day. We all have our opinions. You can like it, and that's fine. And you can not like it, and that's fine. You can like what you like. You can be tribal if you want to be. But you've got to admit that this WrestleMania was absolutely fantastic. It delivered on all aspects, and professional wrestling as a whole, I will admit it, is finally back. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay lucky. See you later.